Have you ever found yourself in a conversation in English, walking away with doubt swirling in your mind? Questions like, did I sound boring? Or did I say enough? Or did I ask the right questions? Can haunt even the most motivated learners. Perhaps you've wished to keep the conversation going but felt unsure of what to say next. Or maybe, under the pressure to be interesting, you overthink every word and second-guess yourself. If any of this sounds familiar, know that you're not alone and that there's good news. You don't have to be extroverted to have great conversations. Many shy learners believe that to speak confidently in English, they must be loud, outgoing, or charismatic. But that's a misconception. The truth is, making your conversations flow naturally and confidently doesn't depend on personality traits like extroversion. You can succeed as a shy person, and you don't need to change who you are. All it takes are some simple strategies and a bit of practice to make your English conversations more effortless and enjoyable. Today, I'm going to share 8 practical techniques that will help you sound interesting, keep the conversation flowing, and build your confidence, even if you're naturally shy. Let's dive right in. 1. Be interested, not just interesting. The most captivating people in any room aren't necessarily the loudest or the most talkative. They are the ones who make others feel interesting. Think about how you feel when someone genuinely listens to you, shows curiosity about your thoughts, and asks thoughtful questions. That feeling of being heard and appreciated is powerful, and it's the basis for engaging conversations in English. How to do this? Ask questions that invite real conversation rather than simple yes/no answers. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like your job?" try, "What's something about your job that people don't realize?" Or, "What do you enjoy most about your work?" Instead of, "Do you like traveling?" ask, "If you could go anywhere tomorrow, where would you go and why?" Such questions encourage your conversation partner to open up, share stories, and feel valued. When you focus on their interests, they'll walk away thinking you're a great conversationalist because you genuinely care about what they have to say. 2. Find common ground naturally. Finding shared interests makes conversations easier and more enjoyable. But sometimes, you won't know what you have in common right away. And that's okay. Use open-ended questions to explore potential commonalities without forcing it. For example, what do you wish you had more time for? If you could spend your weekend doing one thing, what would it be? Their answers will reveal what excites and energizes them. When you discover even a small shared interest, the conversation becomes much more natural and less stressful. 3. Ask open-ended questions. Not all questions are created equal. Closed questions, those that only require a yes or no, can cause awkward silences and stall conversations. Instead, focus on open-ended questions that encourage elaboration and storytelling. Example transformations. Instead of, "Do you like coffee?" ask, "What's your favorite coffee order?" Instead of, "Is your job stressful?" ask, "How do you manage stress at work?" Instead of, "Are you into sports?" ask, "What sport do you enjoy watching or playing?" By starting questions with what, how, or why, you invite your partner to share more, making the conversation more engaging and less stressful. 4. Share about yourself. Conversations are a two-way street. After asking a question, be prepared to reciprocate by sharing a little about yourself. This creates a balanced exchange and shows that you're involved. Example, if someone says, "I love cooking," instead of a simple, "That's nice," respond with, "That's great. What's your favorite dish to make?" Or, "I tried making homemade pasta last week, but it didn't turn out well." 5. Handle awkward silences gracefully. Everyone encounters pauses or lulls in conversation, especially when you're still learning or feeling shy. Instead of panicking, see silence as an opportunity. What to do? Think about what the other person just said and respond with a follow-up or a reflection. For example, "Oh, that's really interesting. Tell me more." Or, "That reminds me of something I read recently." These small prompts help the conversation flow naturally and reduce the discomfort of pauses. 6. Create a supportive practice environment. Overcoming shyness starts with safe, supportive spaces where you can practice speaking without fear of judgment. Many learners feel confident understanding English from movies, podcasts, or apps, but hesitate when it's time to speak. Pro tip: join communities or programs designed for learners who want to improve their speaking skills. For example, I created Fluency School, a supportive space where motivated learners practice speaking, get feedback, and build confidence. Remember, confidence grows when you practice regularly in environments where mistakes are seen as part of learning, not failure. 7. Use your listening skills to your advantage. As shy speakers, we often spend more time listening and thinking than talking. That's a strength. Focus on listening attentively to your conversation partner. How this helps: you'll naturally come up with relevant questions or comments based on what they say. It shifts your focus away from your own anxiety. It gives you time to formulate your responses calmly. Ask yourself, what interesting ideas or shared experiences can I ask about? Or, what similarities do we have? Listening actively makes you feel more involved and less self-conscious. 8. Know how to wrap up gracefully. Ending a conversation without awkwardness is an art. Sometimes you might want to leave a chat politely and friendly. Effective phrases: it was great talking with you. I enjoyed hearing about your trip to Japan. This was fun. Let's continue another time. I need to go now, but I really enjoyed our chat. Real-life example: applying the strategies. Imagine you're at a coffee shop and someone strikes up a chat. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you could ask, "That's an interesting book you're reading. What's it about?" If they respond, you listen carefully, then share a brief related story or opinion. When the moment feels right, you might say, "I've been meaning to read that. I'll have to check it out. Anyway, I should get going, but I've enjoyed chatting about books." Overcoming shyness: you can do it. Many learners believe shyness is an unchangeable part of who they are, but it's not. Shyness is often based on perceptions, fears of making mistakes or being judged, that can be changed with practice and the right mindset. Remember, confidence within you is real, but it often hides behind self-doubt. Creating a safe space to practice is crucial. Small steps, like practicing breathing exercises or focusing on others, can make a big difference. Finally, building confidence in English conversation doesn't happen overnight, but with patience and consistent practice, you can become a natural, relaxed speaker. Focus on genuine interest, ask open-ended questions, share about yourself, and listen carefully. When you're nervous, use breathing techniques and positive self-talk to calm your body and mind. Remember, every conversation is a step forward. That's it for today's session. If you learned something, smash that like button and sub for more lessons. Got any suggestions? Drop it in the comments below. See you next time.